As long as you didn't get cursed, we
Not
were
yet.
live. See?
And we are live because I did not get cursed.
Yeah,
And
right out of the
Brandon is
gate.
already in the chat. Oba. And we're going to talk about Mr. Femi himself because I got a lot of thoughts on Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar.
See, now I got thoughts on Punk and Roman and the Usos. I like this.
Oh, I have. Man, you have more thoughts than me because
I,
I'll be totally honest. I've lost interest in this
I,
whole thing with
I,
Punk and
I
Roman.
see it. I see a path that I think they're going to take, but we'll get there.
Okay, well, I
That's
hope
why I
we
wore
get
the
there
Yeet
and
shirt tonight.
I'm still here.
That's why I wore the Yeet shirt tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because Jay is, man, he's usually happy go lucky, but he is weird now. And
He is
we'll
weird.
talk about it. But welcome to the Island of Relevancy. It is your boy T. And of course, we got Frank, the way better looking host in the building.
Oh, stop it.
And Friday night was very interesting. That's what I'll say. I be totally honest. I thought SmackDown as a whole was a better show than Raw.
I agree with you that for the first time, and I can't remember, it was the better show.
It was a better show, at least to me, as a whole. Not every single part of it, because Raw had some real highlights.
Sure.
But SmackDown overall kinda made its way. And it started with once again Drew McIntyre trying to commit homicide because he really he smashed Jacob Fatu's windshield and then drug him out of that windshield.
Dude, my man, he lost it.
he, like I remember Cody and him in the vehicle. Like Cody was sitting in the passenger seat and they had a fight, but he smashed the windshield, busted it out, and then pulled a human being out of the windshield. Like, I really want to get to you because I hate you.
Straight pulled him out.
That was a very interesting because, of course, I can't remember what happened. Everybody just started running towards the parking lot, and it's just Drew McIntyre. He is the best thing. He has been the best thing on SmackDown probably for the last 2 years.
Consistently.
Yes.
Consistently.
Yes. Doesn't need a world title on him because he can make a story with anything. He does quit too much, but at the same time, he's still here, right?
He does quit too much. Now, the only other person that I would say is great on SmackDown and has been when he's there, he's been consistently level as the man whose shirt I literally just finished purchasing. They sold 83 of these shirts in the last 24 hours. There's a hot selling shirt with the RKO with the blood on it.
Okay. You know what? Randy Orton's Randy. I remember I went to a WWE show, the last WWE show that came here to El Paso. And Randy, I can't remember who he was fighting, but he is so old. Like,
yeah,
Randy Orton's been the same for the last, I would say, 10 to 15 years. Same, whether he's a face or heel, you're getting the same guy every single time. He takes breaks. As he deserves, right? He's been gone and I think that actually helps him and a lot of other superstars when they're gone for a while. When you're there every week, people get tired of you. People get tired of seeing you, and they just get complacent with you just being there, which is one of the reasons why Roman Reigns is such an attraction because he wasn't always there. You're not just getting beat over your head with Roman Reigns every single week. Same thing with Randy Orton. Right, he goes away for a while, comes back, RKO's you. I'm back, guys. So he's been consistent on SmackDown. I've been a fan for so long. I really miss like the legend killer. I mean, young Orton was just different. He was just built different.
They say
Um,
'09 Randy is what the kids like to say.
yeah, man, like I'm talking about Prio now. I'm talking about like legacy Randy, like punting people's heads off Randy.
Yep.
The young upstart, the youngest world heavyweight champion in history. I miss that guy. Right. I don't miss that face Randy, but I miss, the crazy Randy.
But you're
But,
right.
I mean, he's been solid.
He has, but you're right. Drew has been, since the pandemic, Drew has been consistent. And I understand the behind the scenes reason why you want to pivot away from him versus Cody. I don't love it. They're making it work, but I hope Drew gets back there, because I think he was running the show as a heel champion. Like he had it. And I don't know if that's going to be the last time you see the belt on him.
I mean, if it is, I mean, it kind of like I'm of the mind. It is what it is, right? Like,
yeah,
I think that anybody can get hot at any time. And Randy Orton's proved that, right? Randy Orton, when he won the title before, when he had that Mania match with Bray, where he joined the Wyatt family, burned the house, like that whole storyline proved to me. Because before that, Randy Orton kind of was just there. He was just a gun for hire, right? Just there, gets random pops, and then he shows up out of nowhere, wins the Royal Rumble, and here we are, right? And that shows you anybody can get hot at any given time. Crowd can get behind you. Kofi Kingston, right? Take, for instance, like Kofi, perennial mid-carder, perennial all-star, always great, but you strike while the lightning is hot. So, or you ride that lightning, you strike while the iron is hot, to get to that spot. So Drew could potentially at any given time get given that push. But just now, I mean, I get it. Randy versus Cody, they've kind of sold me on this. I'm more interested in that match than I am the other main event. But I'm actually more interested in one match more than all of them, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I mean, Drew versus Jacob is going to be crazy. It has to be a stipulation, right? And the question is, what is going to be that stipulation?
I would love to see them bring a cage. Some kind of a cage. Make it a Hell in a Cell. Make it some kind of a cage match, just so they can just kill each other inside of it.
You know what I want to see? A dog collar match.
Dude. Like, it's been a long time since we had one of them, right?
In the WWE, yes. I mean, because AEW does those every now and again. But like those matches, everybody ends up busted open, right? Those end up being bloodbaths.
The last dog collar match in the WWE, according to Google, occurred November 3rd, 1997, where Vader defeated the British Bulldog.
Wow.
Now,
was this like jeans wearing British Bulldog? I'm pretty sure it was.
It has to be. Now, Cody Rhodes had one versus Brody Lee in AEW in 2020 on October 7th. But
I mean, the most famous one, MJF versus CM Punk. Like they had a brutal dog collar match.
Yeah, they did.
I think Hangman and Swerve had one as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, like this is a cage to me is too easy, right? The cage is too easy. And I don't think they could get as brutal as they want in the cage. And I don't think they're going to do a Hell in a Cell at Mania. I mean, I know they're not. I know they're not going to do a dog collar match in Mania, but that's the match I would love to see. I know they're not going to do that in Mania.
It's probably going to be some kind of Las Vegas street fight, no holds barred, something weird like that.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Sure.
That has to go on night 2. Has to be night 2. because like they're gonna do some stuff. I feel like whatever the stage is, they're gonna take if it's a street fight, they're gonna take a bump off the stage like they did, because they've already had some crazy matches before. But or was it Fatu and Priest that had that crazy street fight match where they went through they were on the awning and they went through like 3 tables.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Brutal. So the last Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania was Undertaker versus Shane McMahon in 2016. And
that can't be true.
That's the last Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
Cause didn't Seth and The Fiend have a Hell in a Cell?
I don't think at WrestleMania.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought that was that SummerSlam? Whatever. No, but what? No, that wasn't a Hell in a Cell. Randy versus The Fiend? That wasn't a Hell in a Cell? I just remember the snakes coming down. No, that wasn't a Hell in a Cell. That was a regular match. I could have swore that might have been SummerSlam. Yeah, that might have been SummerSlam. But yeah, I mean, we need to do something different. Let's Punjabi prison match. There we go. Punjabi prison match.
I mean, let's go. A pajama prison match could be something weird too. But
a Punjabi prison match. That's like, let's do something different for Mania between these two.
A pajama in a cell match could be that's a Cinemax After Dark movie.
Yeah. I don't want to see them in that. Maybe Liv and Steph, but maybe Liv and Steph. But
I can hear Jerry the King Lawler right now. Puppies.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, but this has been a great build between lumberjack match. That's
good. Here's a good question. Would you rather have Cody, Randy, or Jacob Drew in a Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam?
Jacob Drew.
Drew.
Cody Randy.
I think Randy would be fine, but I think Jacob Drew they're a little bit younger.
Randy gets crazy in Hell. The last Randy Hell in a Cell, I think he fought Jeff Hardy. And he tried to like gauge, like he had do you remember that match where he had this screwdriver and he's like twisting his ear gauging? Like, what are we doing? That's Randy Orton. That's the Viper. But I mean, lumberjack match would be cool. That'll get people on the show. But it'll be just pure shenanigans. That's the bet. Like just utter shenanigans in the lumberjack match. Which, I mean, I feel like that's the only proper way to end this match is to have just chaos and shenanigans.
It has to.
Because those two would kill each other otherwise.
Or did they already?
I mean, they we're gonna get there. But before we get there, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the show, because we did have a title change. Right after this brawl, we had the shocked. MFTs. I was shocked they did it so far before WrestleMania, but then again, the SmackDown Tag Team division has turned into nothing over the last year. It is taken a step back. It's taken about 20 steps back than this time last year, because this time last year the division was hot, right? It was like 18 teams trying to fight each other, and it was a lot of chaos, and that was exciting TV, and that kept the tag team division on TV every week. There was always brawls. It was just chaos. Now Damian Priest and R-Truth are your new tag team champions. And this match happened. It was a match.
It did.
The MFTs and the Wyatts somehow remained intertwined. for the blow off match at Mania that nobody's caring because this match is going to get made. It's going to be Solo versus Howdy for the lantern, and nobody's going to care. Like they could bring back the pre-show for this match because nobody's going to.
Can we get the lantern on a pole? Lantern above the ring?
That might be it.
Put the lantern up, make it a ladder match, put the lantern up top there.
No, but see, they won't even do it that cool. You remember the old contract on a pole match where you had the pole in one corner and it looked goofy? And you have opportunity to put the lantern on and make it a ladder match. That would be exciting. That would excite me. If they had a ladder, like TLC match with the lantern up top, because then you just get both teams and you have just utter chaos. I'm cool with that, right?
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that. That's too forward thinking. That would actually make too much sense, and that would actually make it for an exciting WrestleMania moment. Because I think that like Rowan would go up there and get it. He would have Oh
my God, the two tall guys on the ladders duking it out at the top of the ladder. How crazy would that be?
I mean, the person who will bring it, Nikki Cross, would be the ones who like climbs on their shoulders and like gets the lantern and then disappears or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Only to have Tama Tonga show up in the back holding the lantern again.
Yes. You thought you got it. Or he'd be the one that hit her with the whatever his finishing move's called, the cutthroat, and just like lay her out with the cutthroat and just take the lantern back. Oh man. We're booking this match so much better than they're gonna book this match at WrestleMania. And
100%.
That's sad. Because this is gonna be a Mania. I'm all for it. Yes. I'm all for getting Solo Sikoa on the WrestleMania card. I'm a Solo Sikoa fan, but Uncle Howdy's not working. Like it's simply not working. Solo can make anything work. He's annoying. People don't like him. I love him. You know. How about a lantern match where all the lights turn out and it's Solo?
I mean. They did that weird like neon match with Bray and LA Knight, right?
Yes, that was a sponsored match. Well, like that was a Mountain Dew sponsored match. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, okay. All right. We got an intro. You know, it's been 2 weeks. But finally, Matt has come back to the Island Relevancy, and you came right in time when we talk about Nia Jax, right? You popped in right on time.
Not true. He came in from Florida. He was down in Clearwater. He popped in from the bar.
He was getting. He probably forgot that. That's probably what happened. He probably got so wasted he forgot he popped in on the live stream. That's cool.
He got done with the live stream and then went right and stood in line to get on his airplane to go home.
That's what's up, man. Hey, have a great time and live your life, man.
It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a great match, but you know,
it's always good seeing R-Truth win a title. Damian Priest looked genuinely shocked that they won. It was he had this look like what just happened? Like if he's not a great actor. He sold me on him being a great actor because he looked genuinely shocked to win the titles. And they looked happy. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about to me, you know.
And it gets Priest to Mania most likely, unless they do it on a SmackDown before Mania and keep him off the show. And it gets Truth in Mania, which you don't get to see a lot. So
who do they fight at Mania?
Well, I think they're going to do like a tag team, like multi-tag team match. I think that's what's going to happen. Because the next match we get Fraxium versus MGM, right? And
MGM, the Motor City Machine Gun.
MGM, whatever. You see how much interest I have in them right now?
Yes,
but
I mean,
things are turning.
This is a solid match.
That was a really solid match, and it looks like they're about to get a manager.
Or they're about to break up. Or Chris Sabin is about to, or Alex Shelley. I'm sorry, I always forget who's who. Alex Shelley, he's the one that's been consoling Johnny Gargano all of this time.
That's right.
And I mean, in the Vince regime, and this is why I thought of Vince, because in the Vince regime, Alex Shelley would then be sleeping with Candice LeRae, and then he would feud with Johnny Gargano because they'd be making out on TV every week in front of Johnny Gargano. Because I think that got Vince off. That was Vince's thing. Was like husband and wife have to. Yeah, that's such good shit, right? Watching
good shit.
Watching Bobby Lashley make out with Lana like every week and just yeah.
Right.
But that was my first thought when she helped him out.
Do more of that sex stuff. That's Vince sitting in his office.
You know,
I don't hate that.
I don't like. I just think that limiting the titles don't make the titles more important. And they've shown us that over the last year or so, is if you only have one title, that means that less people get time on TV.
That's
the
true.
problem is write it better. You can make us. Los Garza is a great damn tag team. They're really talented, but nobody cares about them because you don't write them. You don't give them anything to sink their teeth into.
They're in backstage segments where they're just standing there giving dirty looks to people.
I just think that they're supremely talented. Fraxium is the best tag team on the roster today.
Uber
pound
talent.
For pound, I think they have the most talent. They work the best as a team. They're super fast. Yeah, but the women's tag team division also doesn't have as many tag teams as the men division. They just been putting women together to create tag teams to keep that tag team division interesting and to not have Charlotte go after the world title. like that. Right. That's literally one of the only reasons she's in the tag team is so she don't they can placate her and she doesn't go after the world title and she gets interjected into a triple threat match with her, Jade, and
Rhea.
Rhea. Right, that's I understand that concept, but
right,
each tag team division has about 5 to 6 tag teams. We don't see them all the times. Where the hell are the Creeds? Where the hell are the War Raiders? Right, exactly. They have so many teams, but nobody gets TV time. Only having one tag team title. I do understand. It makes sense. Because they would feel important, but then they would still be in the same boat because both tag team divisions are really just irrelevant at this point.
The last time they did it was storyline related for the Bloodline to have all the gold. That's really the last time they did it. They gave them to the Usos. The Usos had both tag belts. Roman had both championship belts until they consolidated that into the one. And that was storyline driven. I like having one set of belts, but again, like you said, the men have double the amount of tag teams that the women have because there's way more men on the roster than there are women. And basically everything that you said about pairing the women, it's the same set.
It's the bad thing is they just need to write it better. And they've unified the titles in the past because they ran out of ideas, right? Saying they unified the men's title with Orton and Cena because they ran out of they didn't have any other match but to put that match. That's the bad thing is they're doing these things last minute or spur of the moment and not even thinking them through. If they unify the tag titles, how does that make any tag team division better? I'm all for it. Right. If it's going to make it better, make me care. Right. That's the biggest thing. Make me care about it. And I don't think Priest and Truth, as much as I love them to, I don't think they do it at this point.
No, I think this is just kind of a give a bone to Damian, get Damian into WrestleMania because he's not in any kind of a title scene right now outside of the tag titles and throw a bone to R-Truth. And, they're not. Well, I don't see them walking out of WrestleMania with the belts. It depends. It depends on what they do. It depends on who they actually get in there to wrestle them. Because again, the MCMGM, whatever studios, and Black Team had a really good match that the Machine Guns won because Candice LeRae interfered without Sabin realizing that she was interfering. I don't even think the other dude, Shelley, knew either.
You want to know why the Motor City Machine Guns won that match and how Candice really helped them? Because she gave Danhausen $20 human. And because of that, that's why they won. Before Danhausen.
I have turned the corner on this dude so fast. He's just great. Can you help Johnny? Sure. Do you have $20 human? And she takes it right out of Johnny's pocket and he's gone.
I mean, well, since they gave him the $20, Johnny Gargano is on a tear because yesterday on NXT, Johnny Gargano showed up to an eliminated gauntlet match and he won it by doing absolutely nothing, getting pushed off the ropes by Candice LeRae. And now he is getting a North American title shot at Stand and Deliver, which is going to be the match of the night, right? Anytime Johnny Gargano's in NXT, he gonna put on, right? Like that's one thing that
he's gonna wake up out of his whatever is going on, and then get mad at his wife for selling him out for $20.
Yes.
But yes. I agree with Brandon. I love that everybody's selling the curse thing and that everybody's playing along with it, and it's working great. They're interjecting it just enough right now. It may get old down the line. Depends on how you work it. And Matt, I ignore you every day when you curse me.
I mean, the crowd loves it. They play along with it. It's almost, I'll be totally honest, it reminds me of You Just Made the List. Every time he says, like, it's hit like that. Perfect. Like it works. He's making it work. He's turned this into a phenomenon that I did not see coming. I knew he was going to end up in WWE because he said he wanted to go to WWE, but I did not see him like instantly. He had the first night, and then the next night he was the most over guy in WWE. Man, you hit the nail on the head. I really honestly never, because once he wrestles, then it's over. Like, because he's gonna get beat. He's gonna turn into Tozawa. Like right. They're gonna turn him into that guy. Let him have fun backstage. He's making a ton of money. I'm pretty sure his body's gonna thank him for this. Just let him do his thing, man. He never has to wrestle. He can wrestle on Main Event. I don't care. He can wrestle on Evolve. He can wrestle on LFG. He can wrestle anywhere. But I don't need to see him wrestling every Monday night, so he can wrestle Austin Theory and it turn into shenanigans every week. Like, I'm good. I don't need to see that. Don't need to see that. But I mean, once again, the Candice LeRae thing did add a wrinkle and did add some intrigue to what's going on with the Motor City Machine Guns, Johnny Gargano, and Fraxium, and the rift between the Machine Guns, because at some point, something's got to give. And then we get Randy come to the ring, and Randy just said a bunch of words. He sounded like the crowd was just... They love Randy. Like, you can't. At this point, Cody's going to get booed out of the building at WrestleMania. Cody's going to get booed Friday. Out of the building.
Cody's coming to SmackDown Friday, and I think he's going to get booed out of the building on Friday. Where are they at Friday?
I know where they're at on Monday. I know where they're at next Monday.
Monday, they're at the Mecca.
The Mecca, the greatest, the world's most famous arena. Like that's where they're going to be.
So Friday night, they're in the second greatest state in the country. They're in just in the crappiest city in the state. They're in PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Cody's getting booed out of
Cody's
like
getting
Cody's
booed
Cody
out
is
of
getting
that building.
booed out of the building. Like he is going to that makes Matt happy. And that makes me happy because like it's something different, right? It's just something different. I like it.
So once Randy had this promo, this became Randy's SmackDown from that moment to the end of the show. This was Randy's SmackDown.
I would almost agree with that. At one point, it became Kit Wilson's SmackDown because he had one of my favorite segments of the night.
I still don't know what the hell happened during that segment.
You don't need to. But before we get there, once again, we have angry Sammy and Trick Williams in each other's face.
The most water bottle hatiness man on the planet Earth.
Sami Zayn has turned into the most annoying character on SmackDown. And I love him for it. Like, it's showing some type of, like, it's all character work.
Yeah.
But he's doing it so well that everybody is so annoyed by him. He comes across so just like,
he's whining.
You don't feel bad for him. You just like, you want to see him get punched in the face, right? Like, that's all you want to see is Sami Zayn get punched in the face. He got kicked in the face a few times in this match.
They were really quick to put the stain on the RKO that was on Randy's shirt. I still don't know why we don't have a hand slapping a water bottle or something on a shirt for Sammy, because I would buy the shit out of that shirt.
Sammy and his water bottles are hilarious, and just everything he's doing, and it's just him being an annoying prick is just making Trick Williams get more over. Every time Sammy turns around and Trick's there, the crowd just goes insane because they love seeing Sammy get chumped, and just Trick is he's just been owning him for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yep.
Yes, like he's just like, oh, this guy again. Oh, why? Like, why are you here? And it's funny because Sammy is really who Cody is. Like, they're almost the same character, which I find hilarious. Like they really are. They both have the same mannerisms. They're both equally as annoying. But it worked. But people love Cody. People are starting to get annoyed by Sammy. And Trick comes down to the ring because, I mean, he's Trick. He can do whatever he wants. My only question is, what's Selena here for, guys? Like,
I think I said that. I don't know.
What are we doing? Like, one, she always looks so small next to everybody. Like she's standing next to the guy, she's just looking up at him, and it's like easy as hell on the eyes. She is a gorgeous woman.
Absolutely.
But like functionally, she adds nothing to the picture. No. Other than, like, I don't even like the entrance. Like, the entrance, I saw it once and it was cool, but now it's like, I don't even watch. Like, cool, man. Like, cool. Like, I get it. Yes, Trick coming out on the spinning thing, which is, once again, I love that entrance for him because he just looks like $1 billion. When he comes out on the entrance with his fur coat on. It could be 800 degrees outside, but he's still got that fur on because he's Trick Williams and he is completely oblivious to heat or cold.
He don't care.
No. A fur on with no coat? I mean, Victor Sweet would never. If you know, you know. But yeah, this match happened. Aleister Black won. Does that mean we're getting a triple threat at Mania with those three? Like, where does Aleister Black fit in like Mania? Is there a way for him to get on a card?
He's playing a better Karrion Kross, which we keep saying every week. He's doing better. Yes. What Karrion Kross, what they tried to have Kross do, Aleister Black's coming over better, but I don't know. Do you end up going Trick Sammy at Mania and leaving Aleister Black out of it? Because then what's the point of Aleister Black all along?
Like trolling him. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know
I don't know.
where he goes.
I just don't want to see Aleister Black versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, because then that's like a slap in the face to poor Karrion. Although
Really
him and his
is.
wife are doing great, they're doing their thing in other wrestling promotions, and yeah, but boy, that would be a huge slap in the face, because you just see Aleister beating Sammy up the whole match, telling him to turn to the dark side or something.
Selena outside the ring. Do it!
Yeah, I think we need the Trick Sammy 1v1, and of course Trick has to win. Like whoever Trick fights at WrestleMania, he has to win.
Sammy's going to go on a losing streak, because Sammy's got to get the Cody finisher story run to win the belt at Mania next year, if that's the way they go.
I would say at this point, I don't think so. Like that to me is too much. That's too easy of a story.
But it's a long story. You're talking a full year.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I do want to see I do want to just see one-on-one Sammy versus Trick. No funny business, no games. Just give me Trick in a solid rec. Sammy's great in the ring and they have good chemistry. Just give me a great one-on-one match.
Once again, I said it here last year. If you can't have a great WrestleMania match with Sami Zayn, you're in the wrong business. Yep. So I know him and Trick will put on. I mean, they're not going to put on Savage versus Steamboat, but they're going to have a solid match. It'll be better than Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. It has to be. Like, it can't be worse than that. It just can't be. No. I refuse to believe it'll be worse than Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn, because that was one of the worst WrestleMania matches.
It was so bad.
It was terrible.
But then we get, look, I think Jade Cargill killed a Muppet and put a Muppet around her neck with what she was wearing.
I went more like she looked like a female version of Kraven the Hunter. Like she
like Kraven. I don't know what that was.
I'm not even mad at her, because Jade looks good in anything she puts on.
Listen, Rhea went out and said words. Jade came out to say words. Meechin and B-Fab came out to beat up Jade, but then no, they're going to jump in the ring, and all of a sudden, after Jade beat them up for the last 3 months, now they're on Jade's side.
Jade never put her hands on B-Fab. She just punked B-Fab a lot in the back. I don't think they ever had a match. Did they have a match? They did have a match.
They did.
They had a match. They had a match. Yeah. I mean, truth be told, I like this. I like this for Meechin more than I like it for anybody else.
I don't hate them turning on her. I think it's good, because Rhea doesn't have any help on SmackDown right now at all. And that's fine. She doesn't need anyone in her corner. Io's too busy making up a feud with Raquel Rodriguez because they need something for her to do. So
I'm here for that match, by the way.
It's going to be a great match, but it just kind of came completely out of left field. But they're making it work. Yeah, Jade did have a banshee.
So my biggest fear is Jade, Meechin, and B-Fab are gonna lose to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. They're gonna look like the Nexus did, where Rhea Ripley's literally gonna beat all three of their asses at the same time, and then they're just gonna turn into the Nexus, right? Like that's, and they would dissolve and they would fade into obscurity, and Jay will never get in the main event scene again. And that's my fear.
Listen, Matt, stop.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, Matt.
Hey.
Stop being a creep. That's pretty funny.
It's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much assume that Rhea is going to win the belt.
At this point, I don't want her to. You know what?
No,
I'm off the Rhea train. I want Jade to. I need them to beat the hell out of Rhea at WrestleMania.
If they could write Jade out better, fine. I understand they're kind of pulling her AEW stuff where she's I'm that bitch and blah blah blah, and it works a little bit, but I mean, who else is gonna wrestle with her? Like, who else is gonna fight her now? Like, Charlotte and Alexa are still technically together, right? You got Nia and Lash are tag champs at the moment, and Bailey and Lyra are going for the tag belts. There's I don't know who else goes after Jade on SmackDown. It's more and more the brand split is not being a brand split. Like, they're kind of like blurring those lines.
Well, I mean, that happens at WrestleMania because the winner of the Chamber and the Rumble. But there is a person. Jade has a new faction that call themselves the Takeover. They're the New Age baddies. But there is a wrestler who's on her own. She's against the wall. She's never going to fall. Bianca Belair, she's coming back, guys. She's coming back.
I can't wait for her to come back. Naomi had her baby a couple weeks ago.
Are you sure? Was that AI? I saw that picture was AI.
Was it AI?
Yes.
Honestly, I wasn't sure.
The AI baby picture. The AI baby picture.
Oh, no. I'm so glad I didn't post that anywhere.
No, that was AI. the Naomi baby picture. Yes, it was. Trust me, that yes. Now, I mean, it is possible she had her baby, but that picture that circulated on the internet was definitely AI.
So, okay. Wait. I'm seeing like three different, like I Googled it and the AI overview said, yeah, in March she had a baby. And then this thing says she had a baby, and then right under it says she didn't have a baby. Like, I don't understand. That's not
until Jimmy comes out and says that they had a baby, or until she shows up on a show and be like, hey, I had my baby, and then she like jumps somebody from behind because she's back, then it is what it is.
She did not have a baby. I stand corrected. Or sick corrected.
I mean, and even if she does, she won't be back. She won't be back probably till Survivor Series at the earliest. Like at the earliest, if she had a baby.
Alexa took 10 months off after she had her baby. Like, they kind of give them as much time as they need. And I'm assuming
Alexa didn't have a contract. Alexa was not under contract for that whole time.
And Becky took a long time. And plus, you know that the minute she has that, Jimmy's going to disappear. They're going to, like, the moment you see Jimmy get his ass beat to a pulp where he gets stretchered out, then you can kind of go, oh, okay, she's going to have the baby soon. So he can get his maternity leave and go hang out with his wife and be with his family.
I mean, that's fine.
As we learned, family is everything. But, you know.
As it should be, right? Raising a little small child is not an easy feat.
After the Jade thing, a ladder fell on the Miz after he ran into Danhausen.
As it should, because all you have to do is mentor Danhausen. Just be his mentor.
That's all he's got to do. Did you see the little backstage segment where he went up to the guys backstage where the shirts are and asked how many Miz shirts there are? And the dude was like, none. And he's like, Danhausen's been here for a week and he's got a shirt already. And the dude went, he's got 5. And Miz lost his mind.
As he should. I did not see that, but that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect. Miz, by the way, I did see a picture for the American Gladiators coming out in April on Amazon Prime or Prime Video, whatever it's called. It has a bunch of AEW wrestlers. Camille is on there. There's like 2 or 3 other female wrestlers, and I think there's like 1 or 2 other indie male wrestlers who are gladiators. But Camille, she's a beast. I'm actually looking forward to watching this.
I'll tune in and see what it's like.
I enjoyed the original American Gladiators.
Did you enjoy the next match?
What was the next match?
Did you enjoy the U.S. Closed Challenge?
Every part of me wanted to not enjoy this match because I was annoyed with the storyline. But those two guys are just incredible wrestlers who can't put on a bad match given the time. And they got given a lot of time to wrestle. And that was a damn good match. That was their best match. I think that was both of their best main roster match that they've ever had. It was incredible. Because I really thought Melo was about to lose. Like,
so did I.
Every part of me thought that Melo was going to lose that match.
There were a couple of really good false finishes in this one.
There was. Melo looked like he might have cracked his own ribs when he hit that dive outside, and he went straight into the table, like straight. I have cracked my that shit is painful.
Is it?
Like I've done some. Man, I've been in some bad positions in my life where I've hit my rib, the rib cage, head on with a metal vehicle that you probably shouldn't. It wasn't moving, but it was shenanigans happening, that move just terrified me because I thought he was done. Like I thought he was gonna have internal bleeding because he hit that table hard. Like that was not. You can't fake that.
No, that I never cracked my ribs, so
it's not easy to breathe. It's no fun. It's no fun. And it wasn't that I didn't want the Ilya Melo match. They just been drawing it out till I just lost interest. It was just like, cool. Oh, I don't want to do it this week because my mother was a warrior and I'm a warrior and I have to earn my spot. And he didn't even earn his spot. Like he ended up just going to Nick and saying, I want the match now. And he got the match. It was a waste of time. That whole interaction of them backstage every week.
Yeah.
And this wasn't like a blow-off match. It was a random match that just happened. And once again, the whole storyline was just, to me, a waste of time. Everybody thought they were going to have the blow-off match in Mania, and they just have it on a random SmackDown. Great match, but I lost interest going up into the match. Exactly.
It felt drawn out. Well,
yeah,
it
was drawn out. They drew it out for like a month, and then once again they had a banger match, but it wasn't advertised. Like it was no pomp and circumstance to this match. It was just like at the beginning of the show, "Yo, don't worry about the open challenge. We got your opponent ready for you," and it's just like, cool. I thought the match was going to end in shenanigans. I'm glad they actually had a clean match, but it was a damn good match. I was pleasantly surprised because they made you feel something in this match, and that's not easy to do.
No,
is for sure not easy to do.
Yeah, no, like I said, there were a couple of really good false finishes in this match that really like made you go, "Oh shit, they're going to change." Oh no, they're not. Okay. I like that in a match that I like not knowing. I like if you're going to fake me out, make me like really not just go, "Oh, okay, I see this coming a mile away." No, I like the fake outs.
Yeah, I did not know who was going to win this match. Either guy, it really was a toss up. Who was going to win this match? Then we had Jelly Roll shows up. It's like, oh, I'm Jelly Roll. I'm here with my teeth, and I'm just happy to be here, and just cool.
Big ass teeth.
We're gonna have a Jelly Roll match at WrestleMania.
We are.
And that match is going to be against Kit Wilson. And this is a huge spot for Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson can really raise his stock higher than it already is right now. But before we get to that match, we had to have a poetry slam. We weren't going to have a rap battle because who the hell raps?
Nobody
We got to
raps.
have a poetry slam,
Before
like
you got
gentlemen.
before you got to poetry slam, we got another quick shot of Jacob and Drew beating the shit out of each other backstage, just pummeling each other.
It was like people be talking and just like behind them is just Jacob and Drew just a night like great times. Like those two get it, and they're committing everything to it.
Yes.
This should have taken the Randy Cody spot. I will say this should have been the world title match. Oh, we got Brandon in here who says, hold on, let me read this because AEW
Right.
and WWE is boring to watch. The only time it's good and great is always in the PLE. Sorry to say that, guys. You know what? I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I'm going to disagree. Now, AEW, completely agree. I feel like week by week, especially like AEW have Revolution. Every AEW pay per view is the greatest pay per view that ever happened, and then the show after the pay per view is usually the worst show of wrestling. Period. And
Right.
the show after Revolution was no different. And WWE, I mean, to me, WWE goes in waves where they have a wave where they're really good, and then they have a wave where it's just shit. And you just like, it's painful to watch it.
We went through a lot of shit with SmackDown lately. SmackDown has been really not great lately, but we got a good episode this week. It turned out pretty good.
You really gotta love wrestling to one, do a weekly show about it and watch. Like, because I can't watch it all. I do try to catch. I do watch Raw and SmackDown. Like, because initially when we started this podcast / live stream, I wanted to do it all. I wanted to cover everything. NXT, AAA, whatever. Well, this is before AAA was even signed, but like I wanted to cut. You just can't. It's just too much. Impact. It's impossible because then you spend. There's so much wrestling on TV every week where it's impossible. So you make a choice, right? We could have picked AEW.
We could have. I wouldn't have done it, but we could have.
Yeah. You could have picked WWE.
It's not that I hate AEW. It's just that I'm so much more invested in WWE to go to switch and to learn all new, it's a lot of the same wrestlers, but I'm stuck in my ways. And then if I was 20 years younger, I would definitely try to cover as much as possible. But I'm 54. And we already do two hours and some on just these two shows because we get a good crowd going like we have now, and we get a good flow going, and I have the best time and I love it. I don't want to add another hour for AEW.
Well, I mean, we just be covering moves because
that's true.
And this is no tribalism. Like I'm not like I don't hate AEW. It's just I can't get it. I can't get into it. And like WrestleMania is the best time for wrestling. I feel like because one, AEW tends to step their game up because they want to compete with Mania. NXT low key is on fire. If you don't watch it, like NXT puts on great damn shows every single week. Sean is killing it with NXT. Matt, how dare you? I barely have enough energy for this one, let alone 2 nights. But I mean, hey, I know WWE's watching. If they send us 1% of their viewership, we'll do a second night. If we got 10,000 followers, I would do a second night. I would do a second night.
Sorry, Jack, you're out.
Yeah, I would do a second night, right? Like, but that's not gonna happen. But I digress. But yeah, like the WrestleMania season, it brings out the best. right? It really does bring out the best in everybody. TNA, AAA, AAA's been amazing. What El Grande Americano, the real El Grande is doing is incredible. But what Kit Wilson did in this poetry slam was pretty damn incredible. Because he roasted the shit out of Jelly Roll.
Man.
This is true. This is true. It's impossible. It really is.
Now, before you talk about what Kit Wilson, as Matt said, Island Relevancy 24/7. I do also want to say, Mr. LaGreca, if you're paying attention and you have a slot that you want to pay us to come host a show on your channel.
Nah, I don't need Bully Ray just being angry at me the whole time. Like, okay. He's an angry human being.
Be angry at me. I don't need to be on their show. I want to do my own. I want to do our own show in our own slot. I could never be on a show with him. Bully would just shut me down every time I open my mouth.
You've never been in a business. You don't even know. You're a mark. Exactly. You've never done this. If you've never been backstage with the boys, then you don't know. Like,
get me backstage. Get me backstage. Right. I won't mark out too much.
Man, Bully Ray is an angry human being, and he's so serious too. Like, everything is serious with him. Bless his heart.
But what Kit Wilson did?
I thought he was great, and then Jelly Roll started speaking. I was like, man, it's a good thing Kit Wilson went before you, because the whole mama jokes, I was like, man, bless your heart, dude. You're all right with me, Jelly Roll. It takes courage to go out there and do that, right? It takes courage to go out there and bomb like that, because he bombed. Like, the crowd wasn't into it. Everybody, like, it just that brought the segment down to me.
Bad mom jokes too. I tell better mom jokes. And I'm just rooting
but I get it.
Right.
But then we get to the highlight of the night. Matt, are you listening? Matt, are you here?
Are you talking about?
Do you understand?
Are you talking about the Matt Cardona? Oh, Matt Cardona was later. Okay. I hear what you're saying.
Next, we have your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Irresistible Forces, Lash Legend, and Matt's favorite, Nia Jax. Everybody's favorite, Nia Jax. The best thing for women's tag team wrestling since the Boss Hug connection. Against the Bella Twins, who could use a little work. could use a little work. Okay.
It could have.
They could.
Go ahead.
This match happened. Wasn't the best match of the night, but it wasn't the worst match of the night. To me, like, it was the Bella Twins. You couldn't really expect much from this match, because we all knew this match was going to end in shenanigans. Because it just had to. Because we are working our way towards TLC, women's TLC at WrestleMania.
At least, if not that, at least a triple threat match for sure, or not triple threat, but you know,
yeah. But it is. It is. Okay. But I think we're gonna have more than those three, because we got to get my girl Pam. We got to get the Bird Girl, BBL Birdie, as Kenny called them earlier. We got to get them on the show. We might have to get, because they keep faking me out, we might have to get the Kabuki Warriors on the show. They're toying with my emotions right now. They're playing with every bit. They're pulling every bit of my emotions right now. The Kabuki Warriors are. Poor Kyrie. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to Kyrie. But yeah, I think we have a multi-tag women's match at Mania. That's the only way to get all of these teams on Mania.
Give me a tornado,
and I'm here for that.
Give me a tornado tag match with all the women.
But that's what a TLC is. But at the end, you just have to climb a ladder.
Right.
I mean, hey. If the Big Show can climb a ladder, Nia can climb a ladder.
Braun
Nia can try
Strowman
to never.
climbed the ladder.
Exactly. But we missed the portion of the night where Matt Cardona said
Oh
something to
my
Randy
goodness.
Orton. And Randy Orton said he needs to go back and play with his toys and then beat the shit out of him in the backstage.
Randy Orton said, "Don't you got some action figures to go play with? Mark ass stooge, indie nerd." He called him an indie nerd.
And he just beat him up in the back. That reminded me so much of the segment where Zack Ryder was backstage at WrestleMania with, I think it was Tori, where he was in a wheelchair and John Cena started making out with her. That's what that reminded me of. Just like it can't get any worse for poor Matt Cardona, because Randy just trolled him and then beat the hell out of him. But then invited him to the ring to apologize to him.
Randy had a change of heart. He talked to Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll got through to him. And then Randy, he got off the phone with whoever he's on the phone with. Who now,
okay, chat. Who's Randy on the phone with, chat? Who's Randy on the phone with?
I mean,
I have a theory.
Who do you think it is?
Nobody. He's hearing the voices. The voices in his head are on the phone.
That would be the best, most awesome thing in the world if it's actually nobody on the phone, right? Kenny saying the same
it's
thing.
It's the voices, man. It's the voices.
I think that's great. I know there's a big rumor out there that Ted DiBiase Jr. got cleared of all charges. And
holy shit! Don't do that.
There's some video making the rounds about him talking about being in Vegas on April 19th. I know that they're doing all this camera work where, Randy's standing under this sign, and then there's the truck face with the Rock on it is in the background again. And look, it's got to be interesting, right? It's got to be something. If it ends up just being his dad, that's okay, but that's going to feel like a letdown.
That's because the crowd now don't know who his dad is. Like,
That's
people
true.
don't even recognize Randy as being a third generation star anymore. That's never been. They haven't said that about Randy in probably like the last 10 years.
Yep.
The third generation, like, people don't.
Now,
like, that was his calling card when he first came in, because that got him in the door, right? Oh, he's Bob Orton's son. Cool. Nobody knows who Bob Orton's not even in a video game anymore. Like,
no.
it once again, they're people, casuals, who watch wrestling, and they don't know who Cowboy Bob Orton Sr. or Jr. is. And I'll be totally honest, until we had that conversation last week, I forgot about Sr. I forgot that there were two Cowboy Bob Ortons.
Right. I had to look it up because I honestly thought the same thing. I forgot that there was a senior and his dad is a junior. And Randy's dad was old back in 2005.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
What if it's Ric Flair?
No, it won't be Rick. It won't be Ric Flair. Yeah, it won't be Ric Flair.
Listen, Kenny, you're talking about how WWE fans are crazy and you think they're going to bring him back after some federal charges. I have two words for you. Brock Lesnar. That's it.
Well, those are two totally different cases. Like,
totally different cases, but he got cleared of all charges. I'm not saying that I wanted to be Ted DiBiase Jr., but
nobody would know who he was. Like, have you seen him?
Another thing, correct.
Like nobody would know who he was. He came out there,
you could bring him out there with his dad, with the belt, with the $sign belt, and nobody will know who it is. And
correct.
But I know bad example. Brock and Ted are two totally different human beings.
Completely.
It's gotta be if it's not Randy talking to Randy, it really has to be something impactful, or it's going to go over like.
I mean, I don't think there has to be a huge payoff to that, though. Like, I understand that they're making it a bigger deal because people are starting to talk about it. But to me, that doesn't like his dad could come back and help him win the title. And people are just gonna I think it's gonna be somebody that gets heat on Randy more than it's gonna be somebody that gets cheers to Randy. So it being his dad wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. People wouldn't know who he was at first until Michael Cole said, "Oh, that's Cowboy
Right.
Bob Orton." Like, because I wouldn't be able to pick his dad out from the crowd.
Have him on the phone, have him set the phone down, have the camera pan down to the phone, and it just be voicemail or just be Randy calling Randy, like you guys are saying. But show that it's Randy calling Randy. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's leaving himself a voice message. Maybe he recorded messages and he's listening to them back. I don't know. Something silly. If it was Triple H, that'd be interesting.
It could be Triple H.
Has been too big.
What if it's Stephanie McMahon? What if it's Steph? I don't know.
Could be Shane.
It could be Little Jimmy. Could be Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy is calling Randy, getting Randy all riled up to go pump people in the face. I'm all for whatever it is. I do think it needs to be entertaining.
It does, and that's all. With Danhausen.
That'll be great. That'll be great. That'll be incredible. Danhausen holding up Randy's hand after he wins the title. I told you could do it, buddy. I told you.
But Randy came down to the ring and he took his time and he shook hands and he kissed babies and he took his time. And what you people that don't have a VPN miss, besides all the wrestling you miss, is the 20-minute intros and the walking around the ring and the glad handing and all that stuff. And he came down and he apologized. And he apologized to the fans for what he said. And he called Matt Cardona down to apologize to Matt Cardona. And here, where we just think that, wow, Randy's turning the corner again. He's going to apologize. There's no possible way that Randy's going to do anything nefarious to Matt Cardona. Not at all. Even Matt knew. Matt's like, are you sure? All right.
Man,
I believe
I'd have just
you.
came down there and beat his ass. Like I wouldn't even get a word out. I'd have just hit him. You gotta strike first, man. It's on Randy's t-shirt. Strike first.
He got the hug, and he got kicked in the jewels, and he got RKO'd. And this crowd could not stop yelling one more time.
One more time. Matt Cardona, you deserved it. Bloodlust.
When Cody comes out next week, he's going to get the initial cheer because they always pop for his music when it starts.
Yes. They'll sing his music. They'll sing a song.
And they're going to boo the hell out of him the minute he starts talking.
What do you want to talk about? Boo, get out of here, you Mark. Like
and then Randy's music's going to hit and the place is going to explode.
You know, this seems eerily familiar. This is exactly like John Cena. That's what is annoying me. The kick in the ball, like the whole I was a good guy, like it just exactly.
Spaceballs.
Great reference. But this reminds me too much of John Cena. And I mean, Randy, this is his history. His history is don't trust anybody. Well, that's right. Stone Cold, but same thing. Same thing. Pretty much the same arc of being a Viper. But this just seems, that whole segment just eerily reminded me of John Cena's heel run. And it just showed me, I think this is a hard pivot at the last minute. I don't think that they had a plan for this.
What, Randy?
And Randy should. No, but the Randy heel turn. I don't think this was some. No, I think this is a hard pivot, and they're just going with it now.
I think this is something that would have built up to maybe a SummerSlam. You would have had a long, slow build up because they're doing a good job in a short amount of time, but I really would have liked to have seen this play out and kind of escalate a little bit longer. But I'm not mad at it right now.
I mean, it is. You know what? Nobody was mad at John Cena's heel turn either. I'll just leave it at that. Exactly. Everybody's, oh man, everybody loved it until they didn't. And I feel like the same is going to happen with Randy until they didn't. And he'll come back to the good side because he's too old, right? At this point, I mean, he's old, like Roman Reigns told CM Punk. And people just love him. Like people just, they're finding it hard to boo him. I feel like in the same vein as John Cena. And we'll get the good Randy, the good Viper, more sooner than later. But I'm enjoying this because he's gonna punt Cody's head off at WrestleMania. I have this. He is going to concuss Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania,
and the crowd with the punt,
and they're gonna go crazy. They will. But moving on, do you have a list?
I don't. Okay. I will start putting one together.
No worries.
Because I figured we had a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about that went on Monday night.
We do, and I think I lost my. Nope, there we go. Nope, that is not it. Here we go. Monday Night Raw. That is not the right one. Where?
See. I disagree. I just don't like Brock Lesnar's new shirt. I don't like it.
Okay.
I think it's boring and plain and just I like his B shirt better.
I respect that.
It'll sell. People will buy it.
For sure. Why can't I find my Raw results? They're gone.
Having all kinds.
Do you have them up?
I do. I got you.
All right. Kick us off.
All right. So we opened the match with Paul Heyman, who's looking remarkably better 1 week later. It's amazing what time does for a human being. Looks like himself again. Comes out to the ring and starts to talk down Oba Femi. And then the music hits. And Oba Femi comes out. And the crowd loves Oba Femi. And the crowd loves to chant. And they chant with his song. And they give him the Oba and then the ooh while he's, and it's awesome. There's an aura around this man as he's coming down to the ring. I love every second of it. And Oba got in the ring. And they started to brawl, which I was kind of surprised they put hands on each other. I thought they would keep them apart. And Brock got him up in the F5. Oba got out of the F5 and dumped him over the top rope and stood there yelling at him. Where are you at with Oba versus Brock at WrestleMania? Because we knew we wanted it, right?
There is a healthy fear living inside of me. And this is because history tells us two things. History tells us whoever beats the man up early and often usually loses late when it counts.
Yep.
History also tells me that, because I'll never forget this, there was a man. His name was Joe. He's from Huntington Beach, California. Samoa Joe owned Brock Lesnar. Like Brock Lesnar, that was the first time anybody saw fear in Brock Lesnar's eyes when he went against Samoa. Samoa Joe choked out Brock Lesnar, I want to say 2 times before the title match. And then Brock went in there and just beat the shit out of Samoa Joe in a match that Samoa Joe should have won. Samoa Joe should have won a WWE championship during his time in WWE, and he didn't because he went against the Beast, and Brock beat him when it counted. And that scares me.
Did Brock sell for Samoa Joe the way he's selling for Oba? Because he's selling great.
It was even more. He choked. like he put him in the Kacha Hajime, whatever is like he had Brock Lesnar. Like Brock Lesnar, anytime he got close to putting him in that hole, Brock Lesnar's eyes were wide. Like he's so like Brock sells for who he wants to sell for.
Right.
Like that is he loses when he needs to lose. He wins when he's supposed to win. And at this point, it just scares me how they're booking over to be so dominant.
It does. It's very concerning. It's like when you're fighting someone for the belt and you hold up the belt and you're not the champion, you know you're not winning the belt. And they do that so much, which is kind of partially what scares me about Randy, because Randy's sat in a chair with the belt. And what's going to happen this Friday when they meet face to face? Are they going to go at it again? Is Randy going to hold up the belt? And are they going to do the same thing with Brock, where Brock's getting beat up? We go to WrestleMania. Brock dominates him in 12 seconds. And it
2 minutes.
His legs out. Because there's talk. SummerSlam's in Minneapolis this year.
Perfect time.
That could be the end of Brock Lesnar's career, which is fine.
Perfect time to end it.
But do they have Oba lose now only to beat him way down the line at SummerSlam as his final opponent? That I don't like, because that's 6 months.
No, they're not going to do that.
That's too much.
Because there's only one person who could be his final opponent, and he's the career killer. Gunther is gonna choke Brock out at SummerSlam if that's his last match.
So you could have Oba win and Brock goes away for a couple months, as Brock always does, right?
I don't care what Brock does.
But I mean, you could have Oba beat him and Brock can go away, and then Brock can come back and go into a program with Gunther while Oba's already up here.
Yeah,
that would be the preferable way for this to go.
There is no world in which a loss to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania helps Oba Femi. There is no world it simply will. It destroys his aura before it begins. Like truly before it begins. Like there's no world. There's no moral victories. There's no. They had a hoss fight and Brock just got him. No. It will not help him. Even if he goes and beats him at SummerSlam, it don't help him.
It doesn't. And even if you have outside shenanigans and it's Oba gets a win by shenanigans. No, that he got a win, but it needs to be a clean 1-2-3 pin for Oba, or you're cutting his legs out from under him.
I mean, that's not his character. Shenanigans is not his character.
No, not
anybody else
on Oba's side, but somebody like, Paul Heyman grabbing a foot or something silly like that happening. No contest, and no contest doesn't help Oba at all. It weakens Oba, actually.
Oba has to beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Clean in the middle of the ring, 1-2-3, or choke him out.
Like that fall from grace that he hit 2 weeks ago. He has to hit that. Like it has to be cemented. It has to be a strong one, not a weak one. Not a I'm tired and we just went for 10 minutes, because they're not going to go long. Like the Oba Brock match is not. It's not going to be a 30-minute classic like Biggie said. I don't care about your 5-star matches in the Tokyo Dome.
No,
I don't want to see that. Just two meaty men slapping me. Like that, that's all.
I can see Brock and Oba opening night 1 and Brock being on a plane before match 3 on his way home after getting pinned. That's how I see that. Brock's out of Vegas by the 3rd match of the night if they open the night.
Once again, I don't care what he does after that match. He needs to give for 100%. Oba Femi.
100%.
Like I would have said the same thing if he was fighting Braun Breaker. Right, like if you're gonna put over the young, you got to put him over. You can't have anything murk the waters for that match unless it was like Dominic Mysterio, because that's his character, right? It's in his character for shenanigans to happen. But Oba's the ruler. Oba is an alpha male, just like Brock is, and just like Brock did with Goldberg. He let Goldberg beat him in 10 seconds. I want that to happen. I want
So
I
do I.
want I want Oba to come in there. I want Brock to just rush him and Oba just pick him up again, fall from grace. Let's go home. And be on your plane. Go do whatever you gotta do. Let's go.
What's
What's
up?
going on, Ace?
Took a break from
My guy
MLB
Ace.
opening night to
You
pop in
see
and
what
say
it's
hi to the boys.
what it is. I,
So
I,
after Oba made Brock Lesnar sit outside the ring and you know, my Yankees hat, I ordered it and it hadn't been delivered. I think maybe it went to T by mistake. It just hadn't. What had happened was, listen, I'll pause wrestling for 1 second to just say this is the eve of my favorite time of the year, where tomorrow is opening day here in Philadelphia for baseball season, where I am ready in 162 games to be disappointed again. I am ready to be disappointed, but I'm going to have fun on the way there. And that's all the way. That's how we're rolling this year.
that's what I'm talking about.
That's all. I
I'm
love baseball.
I'm expecting another world championship.
So am I for somebody that's not in Philadelphia. As long as it isn't the Dodgers, I'm going to be all right. Or the Mets. Can't be the Mets.
Well, it won't. Don't worry about that. It won't be them. that it won't be. That will piss me off. Like
Yes.
that will piss me off.
Listen, if the Phillies don't make it far in the playoffs and it ends up being New York up there, I got your back.
Respect.
The Phillies are out of it.
But speaking of being disappointed, our first match. Our first match. Whatever. Our first match
Yes,
of
sir.
the night after the Lesnar shellacking was the Usos versus the Vision, in a match that I was surprised that we saw so early because I assumed this is a WrestleMania match,
Well,
but it ended the way it
it was a
ended.
non-title match that originally was a title match, but got changed to a non-title match because I'm pretty sure last week they said title match.
They
And at
did.
some point over the course of the week between shows, it became a non-title match. Okay.
Well, I mean, it was a non-title match, and the Vision won this match via disqualification. Oh, go figure. Why did they get disqualified, you ask?
It was an interesting reason.
So Logan Paul has some brass knucks, loading it up like he always does. LA Knight's music hit. LA Knight comes down, causes shenanigans, slips the knucks to Jay. Jay puts the knucks on, looks at the ref, and was like,
Straight up.
oh well. Oh well. And just clocks.
Well, listen, it wasn't a title match, so who cares, right?
But even if it was, they still don't
wouldn't
lose
matter.
the titles. Yeah,
Jay didn't care. Kenny, you're right. Jay didn't give no F's. None.
he didn't.
He did not care.
He
Punched that boy in his face, and then he turned around and punched the other one in his face. Left them both laying.
That was hilarious. I was just like, because Michael Cole selling it like, oh, he has the nuts. He has to see the refs there. Jay's like, so?
Look at the ref. He all but did this. Look what I got.
Yes. The ref was right there. Watched him get the nuts. Didn't even attempt to try to take it. Like, hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Nope.
Just let me get out your way so I don't catch a stray.
You know what, though? Corrupt
that?
Carr would have interfered and wouldn't have let Becky use the knucks at that point. She would have gotten
good.
away.
Good. You know what? Justice for Jessica Carr. She's getting way too much. She's getting way too much flack online because of Big Time Bex. Jessica Carr, you all right with me? You all right with me? Your counts are just right. Not fast, not
Corrupt.
slow.
She's too
Just
corrupt.
right car. Corrupt car. And I mean, this
But
sets up for a title match next week at the world's most famous arena, Madison
yes,
Square Garden.
I
I guess we'll
believe
talk about it next week.
I will tell you now that I believe the Usos are losing the belts at Madison
For
Square
sure.
Garden. And I will tell you more about my Uso theory when we get to the end of the show.
For sure.
That's called a teaser.
That is a teaser. And what wasn't a teaser was Big Time Bex coming down to the ring because she's upset.
She's mad.
And as she should be, right? How dare you? How dare you, AJ, who really, thought that you were really good back when you thought you were really good, but you were never really good. You take your little winged or beauty type, the butterfly title, and go somewhere with it. Becky Lynch is the best. Like, she has carried. She has carried the women's division, even though she was the mid-card champion. She has carried the women's division.
She has. Matt, I would normally 1,000% back you up on your Xfinity Mobile Arena comment being the Mecca and all that, but we ain't won a damn thing in that building since it was built at all. So I cannot back you on that right now.
I mean, we still got 1990. I got 1994 to fall back on. That was the last time we won something in the Garden.
One in 2010. We lost one there. But anyway, I digress.
I'm sorry.
Did. Becky has carried the entire women's division. She said it. I murdered the Divas era.
I mean, the Four Horsewomen did. I wouldn't say Becky did, but the Four Horsewomen did. Yes, they did.
Becky can take credit for it.
She should, as she should. I mean, because she's not the only one who says it. Sports Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it.
Yep.
It's great. It's really great. Yes, of course.
Has said it.
And you know me. I've gone on record for numerous times saying how my hatred of Irish wrestlers.
Yes.
And Becky's so good, she turned me around. Like, that's how good she is. Like,
but,
she turned me.
AJ came down. AJ chased Becky out. AJ jumped up on the desk and challenged her to a match at WrestleMania. And Becky, I led you right into my trap. Got you.
That was great. It's so dumb, but yes, I got it.
Okay. Neither. I got you. That's fine. That's cool. It worked.
Once again, Becky's bringing out the best. That was the best AJ has sound since she's came back.
Yeah, because she didn't go on
promo-wise.
She didn't go on and on and on about other stuff.
Yes.
Then quick little Jey Uso backstage talk about family, preaching how family's the most important. Even threatened LA Knight if he continued to talk down to Roman Reigns because LA Knight keeps saying you sound an awful lot like Roman Reigns. You sound an awful lot like Roman Reigns. When are we
gonna stop? When are we gonna stop saying like they've ran this whole sounding like
they're gonna keep running it.
Guys.
They're gonna keep running it.
They are.
They're gonna keep running it until WrestleMania.
They are, unfortunately. They really are.
And then we get another match. I guess this is Stu's new favorite wrestler. The camera guy. I guess this is Stu's new favorite wrestler, right? Javon loves to grab that camera. Oh, yeah.
As he should.
Javon and Waller put on a match.
I'm glad that Grayson Waller stopped wearing the boxing shorts, like the boxing trunks. I'm really glad because those are they look dumb. They didn't fit him at all. Like I know he's supposed to have been like a Australian boxer, but like that's not even part. It's never been part of his gimmick. He just always looked dumb in them.
Yep.
I'm just glad he moved away from the boxing trunks. Like
something interesting about his. So he gets him with a super. That Hurricanrana from the top rope was ridiculous. from Javon Evans.
I mean, he does something new that's just crazy every single week.
So he wins with the OG cutter. I was watching a podcast clip of Cody Rhodes, and they asked him about the Cody cutter. And Cody said that it's a move that you're going to see less of going forward, that he's going to kind of work it out of his rotation.
He don't need it. Yeah.
Because of Javon and because it's Randy's move. And because I think the guy asked him, is there too many people doing the cutter? Because it literally, like, a lot of people are doing that. And Cody's using that. And I think that's a good move, is for him to wind it back. It's Randy's move, but Javon is making a completely different version of it his own. And I think that's enough with that move. Cody doesn't need it. He can keep doing
he doesn't need it. He has like 15 different finishers. And none of them finish nobody. But like Roman Reigns said, that move don't finish nobody.
So,
but yeah, he can let it go.
So after the match, Kofi didn't help Waller at all. Gave him a little tough love. Told him he didn't want to disqualify him.
Of course. Why would he?
Could we see Kofi come back to the light?
No.
With Javon? Or could you see them bringing Javon over to them with Grayson going against them?
Grayson Waller simply isn't working. Like, nothing that he does since he's been called up to the main roster, and dare I say, even in NXT, he's not done anything to ever really truly get him. So, talented wrestler. Like, he's a good-looking guy, good physique. He can talk. Like, he has all of the tools, but it's just not working. So them turning on him and turning him in a sympathetic babyface simply, to me, might not work. Kofi turning good guy to help Javon could work, but the question is, where's Woods in all of this? Like, I think nothing happens until Woods comes back.
Hurt, right?
Like, it has to. Yeah, he's hurt. Okay. But I think what I need to see Woods and Kofi. Like, the blow up they had before they turned on Big E was must-see TV. I need to see that before we see Javon do anything. Before we see Kofi do anything with Javon. I need to see that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I mean, that could be true, Kenny. That could be true. That they're not letting, but like, at some point you have to take ownership of who you are. Like, I don't know.
I don't feel like he's making I don't know. Most, I don't feel like he's making the most out of what they're giving him right now. He's not grabbing his opportunity.
It just simply isn't working. Like, and once again, the guy's too talented. He is legitimately a talented wrestler, and I don't say that about everybody. Like, he is legitimate. He's extremely. He's athletically gifted, and he could talk though. Like, Grayson Waller can talk. He's a talker, but like you said, I don't know what he's missing. I don't know what he needs to do to take the next step, but this ain't it. Like, whatever he's doing with the New Day, it ain't working. Because one, they don't give the New Day hardly anything, right? This is the first thing they've given the New Day in a while.
The most stuff the New Day has gotten is, if, again, like I said, if you don't have a VPN, you're missing most of the stuff that the New Day gets, because it's during a commercial break. What you're seeing on a Netflix commercial, you're missing it in stadium interview that they're getting in the crowd that you don't see. So,
and a lot of that has to do with, just once again, them just mistreating the tag team division. Like, they have no idea how to book the tag team division, because they have studs. They got studs in the Raiders are good, Creeds are great, New Day's great. Like those three teams in themselves could run, like could keep the tactic. And then you got the Usos. Like you had Judgment Day. Like you had a state, like a slew of tag teams that can go, and you just did nothing with them.
Nothing stuck.
Yeah.
But
nothing of note.
Then we come out after commercial break, and Paul Heyman's in the ring. Paul Heyman calls out Seth Rollins and really runs him down on the microphone and tells him it's time to settle this one-on-one. It was a little odd, and I was waiting for someone to jump out and beat him up, and out comes Seth Rollins. Still, no more masked men, but Seth Rollins comes out masked because we don't know it's Seth Rollins until he takes the mask off.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins gets in the ring. No, he didn't get in the ring, did he? He didn't make it to the ring. Did he make it in the ring? He did.
No, he was on the announcer table.
He was on the announce table. He did get to the ring at some point. But Paul Heyman, smart man that he is, filed a restraining order against Seth Rollins. The cops showed up. Boston PD, Boston's finest, gently cuffed Seth Rollins and gently led Seth Rollins away to jail.
Or did they?
Well,
no, because he walked away. He said, "You know what? You're right. You're right." And then he turned around and then sucker punched Paulie. He came back to the ring, got in there, and sucker punched Paulie. Well, not sucker punched him right in the face. Like he walked up to him, man to man. I hate you. Why did he go back to the ring and punch Paulie in the face? Because Paulie said that he's going to go to jail. His wife is going to sleep with half the roster. She's going to get passed around the roster. They're going to take his kid. He went down this like just destructive rabbit hole of all of the bad things that's going to happen to Seth's family once he goes to jail.
Woo.
Man, that was great. Like, it made no sense why any of that happened. Like, none of it made any sense.
I'll tell you why it happened. Because Braun Breaker is headed to the Performance Center to start working out.
And that's what I thought.
They're spinning their wheels to see if they can get a match. Right.
Yeah.
Because Seth's technically not medically cleared yet.
Yes. You got to do something. This was a great way to keep Seth on TV and to make Paul Heyman look like the absolute creep that he is. But man, he went in.
And you're getting Seth out there without the big elaborate entrance, without the whoas, without the crowd. I mean, the crowd's still cheering for him, but you're not taking all that time with Seth's entrance. You're getting right to the point, and that's good. And I like that. You don't need the mask anymore, but I mean, we can get rid of the mask thing now. We're good. We understand. We know. You're back.
See, no. See, it's y'all fault. No. I'm gonna blame y'all fans who hate the flamboyant Seth Rollins. I love Seth. Seth Rollins is really one of my guys. Like, I love the laugh. I love the maniacal laugh. I love him being an architect. I love the crazy clothes. I love the pomp and circumstance, because that's what wrestlers are. Yeah,
I almost bought them big red boots.
Yeah, that's what wrestlers are. But now, like you said, he's getting right to the point. He's going to keep the mask on until after WrestleMania, because the mask is going to play part in his entrance in WrestleMania.
And that's fine as long as there are no. Well, then you're going to have to bring the other masked men back for his entrance. But we don't need him on Monday right now.
Do you remember John Cena's entrance at WrestleMania where there were like 500 John Cena? Who's the real John Cena? That's going to be his entrance at WrestleMania.
I mean, that'd be cool. And then you have one guy in a mask walking down, but really Seth Rollins comes out halfway down and it's really Seth Rollins is in the line of guys. That's kind of cool.
He's gonna take the mask off. He's gonna take the hoodie off, and he's gonna have like some fucking lime green suit on, and he's gonna be like, "I'm back." Like he's gonna stand there. He's gonna put his arms out. Like I love Seth Rollins. Like all of that goofy shit. That's what I love about Seth Rollins. Like that. That's his character. He's great, man. Like so. Like that. That's just part of who he is, and I'm okay either way. Right. I'm okay either way, whether he comes with the mask, he don't come with the mask. But I think that's going to be part of his entrance. They're going to have some big, I need elaborate entrances back, right? Big, over the top, elaborate entrance. I don't want to see Roman Reigns just walk out and put his ones up and just be boring. No,
I miss the big elaborate ones.
Triple H. Nobody does it like Triple H.
Nope. No. Undertaker, but that's a whole different category.
Other than like the Druids reaching up for it, that was a great entrance, by the way. Where the Druids are reaching for him as he's walked down the fire, like that was dope. Or everybody have the fire and they're holding up the little. Right, those are cool. But he does just
not when they have the really long ramp and they realize. All right, it's going to take 45 minutes for him. Let's just get him halfway down and bring him up through the ramp because he's old, number one. And two, it's going to be the way that motherfucker walks, it's going to be 45 minutes. Right.
That was funny.
I like the elaborate entrances. That's what I need. WrestleMania 40, elaborate. Drew McIntyre had the band. Seth Rollins had the mummers. Roman had the orchestra. Cody had the mask. But it was elaborate entrances. And you're right, Kenny. WrestleMania 41 was a little too digital. They didn't have elaborate entrances. Charlotte Flair landing on a helicopter on the roof and then coming in that awesome stuff. Drive a car up on it and get out the car. That's boring. Give me something else.
No, the best one I remember in recent memory was Dom being escorted in by the cops. That was great. That was awesome. The best. That was great. He had the mask on, like.
Yep, and he had the teardrop.
Because the jail changes you.
It does. It changed the man. Now, if Stone Cold comes out this year, I do not think you should let him drive his ATV around the ring again because that ended in a lawsuit last time. I'm assuming, or just a huge payout.
Yeah, he had one or two too many Steve Weisers. Yes. He did. No, he don't.
Then we go back, we got a match. We got the Bird Lady and the Kabuki Warriors and Bailey.
Asuka's toying with me. Asuka is toying with my emotions. Now I'm conflicted here, right? Because I need to see Bailey at WrestleMania. The disrespect of Bailey is insane. Like, I get it. She tapped out the AJ Lee, which should not have happened, but okay, I digress. Bailey needs to be at WrestleMania. The only way to get her there is through this tag team. So they had to win this match.
Correct.
But Asuka, stop toying with Kyrie's emotions and just turn her already. Like, just turn. Yeah. Just turn. Just turn. Because that's your way of getting a match. Like, once again, Asuka deserves to have a match at WrestleMania too. Absolute legend. Kyrie, legend. Like, they are two icons in Japanese wrestling.
Yep.
Let's just do it. Like, it has to happen next week in Madison Square Garden. If it don't, then
I feel like we're at the end of that path. That it does. We're at the end of the path. You've yelled at her enough. Io showing up and kind of trying to console her a little bit. I think that you need to make that turn happen and let them just put on a freaking banger of a match.
So there was word. I did read somewhere that they were talking about triple threat: Io, Kyrie versus Asuka. That's a great match, right? That's a banger. That's a banger. I just don't know how we get there. We could get there once again. We got what 3 weeks, 4 weeks until we get to Mania. We got time
Got,
because the match is
3 weeks.
going to be great anyway.
Yes, it is. I
But
think was it your favorite part of the night after the match ended? Was it your favorite part of the night when the fine looking woman stepped into the ring to talk to Bailey and Lyra?
I don't even remember. I don't even think I was watching.
You don't even Miss Redmond stepped up into the ring and
I
had a little
don't, I
chat with
don't
Bailey in the
remember
ring?
that.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
I don't remember that. I'm
so
sorry.
sorry for you.
I
I'm
was
sorry
not
for
paying
you.
attention. You should be. I should be too because I miss Jackie Redmond.
You did.
Because I don't remember that.
She did. She stepped up and Bailey called out Lash and
Okay, I do remember
Nia.
that. They must have had her off screen at that time because she definitely did call out Lash and Nia.
Yeah. There's a little promo with one Miss Jackie Redmond.
I mean, 5 team, like we could get Kyrie, Asuka at Mania in a tag team. If they do a TLC, if they do a 5-way, they got enough women tag teams to do it.
Yes, they do.
And it will cook. It will cook.
Then we move to another match. One of my favorite entrances.
Talk about where every week there's a chance of a fire hazard. Like there's a chance that the entire stadium might blow up.
I'm buying a pinwheel and putting it behind me. I swear I will buy, maybe not have the sparks because my ceiling's real low and I don't want my Legos to catch on fire or nothing like that. But I'm buying a pinwheel.
Yes.
I love the pinwheel entrance.
It just takes one fan blow and it just catches a spark and the Joker right behind you is just gone.
Can't have
everything's gone.
Can't have it. Now, before we actually got down to the match, as young Miss Liv Morgan was bringing her man to the ring, out of nowhere, unprompted, violence happened.
They say wrestling is predetermined and fake, so to speak. Man, that should look real. They beat the shit out of each other for like those ladies said, you know what? We gonna make y'all know that we hate each other because they went all out and it was great. And I loved every second of it. And that's your main event night one.
Back to the entrance, back into Gorilla. Picked up and
man, she slammed on the ground. Oh my God, bro. Ooh. Man, Stephanie, I hope you're okay. Cause she got man, that looked like it hurt. Like that looked like it hurt bad.
That's a comment right there.
He does, because one week he had pinwheels in the ring. Next week he didn't have pinwheels in the ring. Then he had sparklers going all in the back. Like, have fun with it. Cause like, I think each week Honda's like, what could we get him with this week? Like, what could we get him with this week?
Yeah. Hey, do we have any of those cane pyros still left around? Put some of them in the ring. Put some of them old cane pyros up there and make them sparkle.
Because he don't fear nothing. He has zero metal. Like no fear of any fire or any pinwheels. None of that.
Plus, if a fire happens in the ring, Hunter's back in Gorilla. He can just run it. He's fine. He's right there by the garage door. So then we get a match. We get Penta versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Belt, where there will be no shenanigans had.
At all. Like, this is going to be a solid, old school, hole for hole type of wrestling match. Just two grapplers getting in the ring and grappling. No shenanigans.
Almost grappled Alicia Taylor right before she finished talking.
Yes, because of course the match has to start early. Let's go attack the champion. I mean, those two guys, like, they can't have a bad match if they try. Penta and Dom, and then out of nowhere, Finn said, "You know what? I owe you one, Dom." And he comes down, causes distractions. And Dom is on the top rope for at least 5 minutes because JD actually had enough time to drag his head down to the down the ramp and try to attack Finn. Finn gets rid of JD, and Finn dumps JD, and Dom is still looking at him on the top rope. Like he had to spend at least like 3 minutes on the
There was
top
a little
rope.
bit. There's a little bit of time.
And then he finally said, "You know what? I'm still in a match. Let me do my frog splash," and then gets rolled up. Penta gets the knees up, rolls them up, 1, 2, 3, and still your Intercontinental Champion Penta. And then Finn said, "You know what? I owe you one, Dom. Let's get it on." Dom said, "Nope, I'm getting out of here." And then Finn took it out on JD.
So do we get Finn, JD at Madison Square Garden, and then Finn Dom at WrestleMania? Is that how the progression works?
You know what? If I were them,
matches.
Well, Finn and Dom has to happen at WrestleMania, but I wouldn't book Finn and JD yet. I think I'm a JD fan, so I think we should have Finn versus JD at Backlash.
Okay, I like that.
Like I because one, their match should be a lot more personal than just I'm Dom Stooge.
Yep.
Like that's his underling. He trained JD. Like it should be more of a story there. They're probably not gonna do that. And I just, you know what? Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. The Yanks are up already 5. I hope that's true. You're not trolling me, and then I look, and they're down 5-0. Like that'll be embarrassing. But yeah, I think that we deserve more. JD deserves more than just like a blow off match on the Raw. I think that their story should get a bigger stage, and they should have more of a build to it. After he beats Dom at WrestleMania, he has to do something next. Dom is gonna go to AAA and defend his mega championship against El Grande at some point at Triple Mania. So let's get a story with Finn and JD. Like give JD some more time. So hopefully, I mean, they probably will do Finn and they probably will do Finn and JD at Madison Square Garden, but I wish they wouldn't.
Then we get a quick little. That's where we get the Io and Kyrie, and Io telling her that it's okay, move on, you don't have to take this.
Man,
and she yells at her off screen.
That sounds like some dude trying to steal somebody's girl. Like, hey, you don't got to take that girl. You know what I'm saying? Come with me. Drop that 0. Get with this hero. Like Vanilla Ice said in his great 1996 movie Cool as Ice. Drop that 0. Get with this hero. That's what Io sounded like. Girl, you don't got to take that.
Yeah.
I could treat you so much better than her. If you just come with me. I may or may not have felt something while she was talking to her, but I digress.
Then we get to the main event of the night. We get CM Punk and Roman Reigns. CM Punk came out first. And
he's the champ.
He is the champ. As CM Punk, before he went out, Jimmy Uso stopped him and said, "Be careful tonight. Brothers on the warpath."
Which made absolutely no sense to me, but okay. I guess.
And then Punk just shrugged it off and went to the ring. And not a single Samoan looked at him cross-eyed, talking, blah, blah, blah. And then out comes the OTC. Called him out. But Jay came out first. Jimmy calmed his brother down a minute. Then Roman came out. And probably the fastest Roman's walked to the ring in at least 5 years.
Perhaps.
He didn't stop and pause. He came down. He was all business. And they went back and forth and they did their words and they said stuff to each other. And, Punk called Roman out for dyeing his beard, which was kind of funny. And they said stuff back and forth.
Touche.
And yeah, Matt, Punk came off whiny.
What? CM Punk being the whiny little bitch? No, can't be true.
But he was being a smartass and he was antagonizing him and he was trying to push buttons. And it worked. And he got punched. And then he got Superman punched. And then all them producers came down again and pulled him out of the ring. And then Jay did something. Jay did something that Jay doesn't normally do. And Jay told Roman to go back and get him. And protect your family. Joe, he said. Get him. Called him Joe. Here's where my theory comes out.
Okay.
Roman Reigns is losing at WrestleMania. Jimmy and Jay are losing Monday night. Paul Heyman said, you don't have power if you don't have gold, right? Roman's going to lose.
Okay.
Jimmy and Jay are going to turn on Roman and beat his ass in the ring. And Jay is going to become tribal chief. Jay is going to pull the Samoans back together. And you're going to have a new bloodline storyline with Jay up at the top on the throne. And Jay called the play. Jay's going to call the plays. The smart thing would be to bring Solo back. Now you have Jay, Jimmy, and Solo. And then maybe after Jacob's done, you bring Jacob back. Now you have a nice little bloodline there of people that are actually related. Because Solo ain't related to them MFTs by blood, right? I don't think so.
No.
But does Roman fall in line with them or does Roman resist that? Because I don't see Roman winning, not at WrestleMania, but maybe at Backlash. Maybe at the Raw after Mania. You get a quick turnaround. But I see Jay becoming the tribal chief. They're giving him more of an edge now, and he's doing less yeeting and more angry, crazy Jay, which is when Jay's actually really good. That's what I think is going to happen.
I absolutely hate that. Everything about that would make me upset. Because I don't know.
Jay might have to fight for the Ulafala, but that's when you take Jay and we've been here before. In a way,
I don't need to see a world where CM Punk beats Roman Reigns. Like I don't need to see that. Like that's what I like.
I don't love it, but you can still get to Jay being the tribal chief by running the plays and Roman listening. Because, I mean, Roman listened.
But where does that get you, though? Like, what? Like, okay. Why was the Bloodline so successful? What made the Bloodline storyline work as well as it did? There were two reasons for the Bloodline working as well as it did. One was Roman Reigns. Two was Sami Zayn. None of those reasons involved Jey Uso. None of why they were so successful truly involved. Like Jay started it. Him and Jay fighting Roman kind of started the trend. Like I don't because I don't think Jay takes them to the next level. Like I don't think there is I don't think there is another level they can go to.
No, there isn't. I think that I honestly think the Bloodline storyline should be done and over. Like that
was the peak, as they say. Yes.
It was peak wrestling for 3 years. And I'm not saying that this is what I want to happen. I want to see Roman beat CM Punk, take the championship back. He always said Jay was his right hand and Jay was the next man up, basically.
That's cool. I feel like it would just be like Solo being the tribal chief.
But Solo never had Roman's back. What if Roman fell in line with this and back Jay.
Yeah, but Roman's not going to be there all the time. Like
That's
Roman
fine.
back in Jay does like, oh, cool, Roman's falling in line, but he's not going to be there every week to
No,
like
it's not.
be Jay's lackey. Like,
No, but he laid the ground. He laid the groundwork of not being there every week because of family. Now you say, Jay, you run stuff. I'm not going to be here all the time. I'm going to take this belt away because that's what I do. And Jay's going to run stuff. And then Roman will come back and defend the belt and lose the belt. But Jay is the one running the family. I don't know where you
respectfully.
go with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
know.
respectfully, where's Jay without Yeet? Like,
Exactly.
where's like, so if we take that away and now he's the tribal chief and he throws the ones, like, no, I don't, if
I'm
they
not
do it,
saying that I like it.
cool.
I'm not
Like,
saying I
but
like it, and I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm saying that's where I think I see them going. I
yeah, it's
hope
cool.
I'm wrong. I want Roman to beat Punk.
No, Roman's gonna beat Punk. I don't think there's a world in which CM Punk beats Roman at WrestleMania, unless the Usos jump him and cost him the title, and then that makes no like it. We, oh God,
I know it's
that would
very.
just be weird,
It would.
and I think that would be short sighted. Like Paul Heyman said when we were only in the third inning of it all, and we'd been at it for like 2 years. Like this will work for till Survivor Series maybe, where you have a blow off match. But I mean, I've done that before. Like
It would be like
I've
giving your
definitely.
criminal cousin the keys to the family car. Look,
It just
I don't think it's a great idea because really, yeah, I don't know where the hell they're going to go. But where do you go even if Roman wins the belt? Because you know Roman's going away. He's not going to be
we
there.
don't know
every
that.
week.
He don't have to. He already proved he don't have to be there every week to be the champion. Like he don't have to. Even if Jay's there every week, like people already have soured on Jay. I do like the edgy Jay. Like nothing against Jay. I just like that storyline, bringing Solo back and like it it doesn't make it like if they make it make sense. I
Right.
mean, I'll watch it, but it logically that doesn't make sense now with that story. And then Roman fall like them jumping Roman and Roman falls in line. That'll make his character look even weaker, and that would just
That part very
take away
much.
the aura. And that's what Roman Reigns is, his aura. Like at this point, he's like he is. If he don't have that, he has nothing. If he don't have the title, he don't like. If you take away the title and his aura, you got the big dog, and we don't need that. We don't need the big dog. We don't need Shield Roman. Like
No.
we like he has to stay who he is. Stay by yourself. Shun everybody else. And if that's what they do, once again, they're the pros. Like Bully Ray said, we're just marks.
They
I
also
just it just
that's
doesn't
true.
make sense to me.
They also had Paul Heyman behind them, which they don't have and they won't have.
Correct.
I
Well,
don't-
then again, they might because the vision is
might.
kind of the vision is on the shelf.
The biggest, I think the biggest problem with the bloodline was when Paul Heyman said we're in the third inning, because now you have people that are constantly going back to that going, well, what's next with the bloodline? What's next? They brought it up to the crescendo and it was well done. Great storyline, great ending.
No, you could always revisit like last week where they were just hanging out in the back telling jokes and stuff. Like you could break like that stuff. That stuff is great. Like you can always bring the bloodline back, but it has to make sense. Like in Jay taking over without him and Roman actually fighting for supremacy, him beating Roman. Like if he cost Roman the title at WrestleMania, and then they went on the backlash and he beat Roman sound. kind of like Roman beat him at Backlash to actually start the Bloodline storyline. That makes sense, right? Like them having a war against each other and Jimmy's in the middle, kind of like he was. Like if it all goes in reverse, that makes sense. But they still needed more, right? Like it really, like I feel like the Bloodline didn't really ascend until Sammy jumped on. Right.
I totally agree with that.
Like he took them to a totally different, because he had the crowd, like everybody, every time he do something goofy. We can't do that again. Like that's what we can't do again. Like
no, you can't revisit that.
We can't do that again. But I mean, once again, if they make it make sense, I mean, I'll watch it. It just that
Kenny.
Right now, I can't see it. Oh, definitely appreciate you for dropping in, Kenny.
I guess we'll see Monday where they go. If they take a step in that direction, or if they take a step in another direction. I listen, I kind of hope I'm wrong. I would like to see something fresh, but your mic went.
It started off one-on-one. Adding the Usos in, to me, doesn't enhance the main event. It actually diminishes the main event. Like, let's leave them out of it. We got the Samoans all in. Like, I don't want to see the Bloodline again. Not right now. This ain't gonna work for me, dog. like that's simply not going. And once again, that just screams panic and desperation. Like that's the doomsday. That's the Robert Downey Jr. Tactic that they're doing right now. If we go back to the Bloodline because we're trying to sell tickets, it's too late. It's too late. Like 3 weeks. It's too late to bring the Bloodline back and then create some different Bloodline storyline. That's just desperate. And maybe they are desperate. Maybe they still haven't sold out WrestleMania. I don't know. But I don't think they have. I don't think this storyline is going to help, though. Like, adding the Usos into the main event ain't going to boost ticket sales like they think it is.
It's not. Well, you already got Roman there. So.
Yeah. Punk and Roman, that's the story. Like, that should have been enough. But they're somehow making it not. Like I said earlier, I think Cody and Randy is the better match now.
So do I.
They're not going to be the main event.
There's more. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of history between Roman and Punk. A lot of history. But Randy and Cody, it's, I don't know, Punk and Roman are just blah, 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 back and forth, blah, 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 blah.
The promos have not hit the way they thought that they were.
No.
The first one did, and every single one since then has been mid at best.
This week, are we going to... Eventually, he's going to drop something about the dog. And, this week, I don't know.
I'm not a dog person, so I don't care. Like, dropping something like...
person, so I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, you guys
like, that to me is going to hit... Yeah. Like, that's going to hit like you're old. Like, that... If that's the line that crosses, like...
Right.
This has just been poorly written and poorly booked.
It really has.
At the end of the day, they took two superstars and kind of nerfed them and diminished. Like, if they would have just came down and not said anything for the next few weeks, we would have just stewed on how great this is going to be. They've kind of sold me out of it. To be totally honest,
I'm also kind of before we go, I'm also kind of tapped out on ending every show in a promo. I would like to see some more wrestling.
I mean, that's better than how they ended it before. Would always be shenanigans to end the show. Like, it'd be a tag team, a thrown together tag team match that ended in DQ. Like, that was.
And I get you don't want to put Penta versus Dom as the main. I mean, or do you? I mean, sometimes.
I mean, that probably actually should have been.
You just don't need
with Finn closing the show.
Right. You don't need to end every single show with a back and forth war words where you're just saying nothing. And that's what they're doing on Monday now is they're just saying nothing to each other. Nothing that's grabbing me. I'm watching because I want something to happen, and I'm watching these two old men talk to each other about being old basically right now. And it's just like,
Well,
I get it. We said this.
all right, that's the WrestleMania build up though. Like that it's some years it's been really good. Some years it's been really bad. I always go back to Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, where they were pulling it, that they were doing the tug of war with the title. That was the worst, one of the worst build-ups to a main event. And this one is just like we got spoiled. We had some good ones, right? We had some really good lead ups. Cody and Roman were epic lead ups to WrestleMania, right? They had great promos. It was emotional promos. Paul masked a lot of the like he created a lot of those moments because he was the talker. You don't have Paul to be a buffer anymore. You don't have the safety net of Paul Heyman to win the crowd over and sell a match, because that's what he does. He sells matches.
You also don't have the length of buildup that they had. Like, even though they pivoted on Cody and Roman, where it was supposed to be Roman versus The Rock, and they pivoted because of the crowd, I don't feel, but you also had Cody, you had 2 years. Like Cody, they built that up slowly for 2 years, having him lose, having him come back and win. Like, he won the Rumble and then he lost, and then he won the Rumble and then he won. But you slowly built that up. You also had The Rock interjecting too, which helped. But I am, like you said, I think I am way more invested in Cody Randy than I am in Roman Punk, and I love Roman.
Well, we got 3 weeks to turn this around. They have 3 weeks to turn this around. But I do think we're going to get a lot of promos. A lot more promo. Like every week we're going to have a promo, which we shouldn't, because they've been bad. Like they've not been good. They've not hit the way a CM Punk promo usually hits, or a Roman Reigns promo usually hits. But speaking of hitting, I need to hit some food.
Yes, sir.
And we've hit over 2 hours, and we appreciate everybody for stopping in. Both Brandons, Brandon Gordon, and there was another Brandon with numbers in his name. I'm trying to find it here.
It was Brandon who said he worked for the WWE, and
he did say he worked for the WWE.
I would love to explore that more next week when we pop in, Brandon. And I'm sorry we didn't acknowledge that at first. It was Brandon 81645.
There we go. Well, hopefully he pops back in.
Yeah, I would love to explore that more. That's actually really cool, interesting stuff.
And of course, Matt, the Nia lover. And we definitely appreciate everybody for popping in. Great conversation, because this is a lot. There's a lot going on. We only got a little bit of time. We got 3 weeks. But next week, I mentioned that I was going to talk about WWE 2K26.
Yeah.
Boy, I got words. I gotta talk to 2K. This is boy, I got words for 2K and whoever the developers are, because this game has disappointed me to no end.
I know how excited you are for this.
Yes, and I've been disappointed because my game doesn't work anymore. They have managed to break it on so many different levels, and I hope they can fix it. But we'll talk about it next week when I have a little more time.
Excellent.
But until next week, we'll definitely catch you same bat time, same bat channel on the Island of Relevancy. And once again, thanks everybody for popping in, and we will catch y'all next time.
1, 2, 3.